Well, welcome everybody to the Two Man Power Trip, the Black Man's Thought and the Nerd Lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And today we got an extra special guest in the building. Guest, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, what's happening? This is your boy Fat Man DD1, aka just Fat Man. For everybody out there, what's happening? What's up?
What's up? We're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What's up, my peoples?
Let's get it.
What's good, bro? What's good?
I'm chilling. It's good to be on the podcast. I've been seeing y'all do y'all thing and grow. I'm happy for that. And the growth is happening. That's all I care about for y'all is touching people, mentally getting people thoughts, and having fun. Fuck it, having fun.
Appreciate it. And we see you out there working, man. You posting out your videos, you commenting on the society and what's the norms and the big news and stuff and what's happening. We extend that respect over to you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. I've been trying. I got a schedule thanks to thanks to my special somebody. I got a good schedule working on.
We're gonna talk about it. But Big Zilla and the 5'3" Illa from Tokyo in the building. Black Anime Podcast number 202. We hit Tokyo at the right time because the yen is going up and whoever's traveling out there right now is about to be stressed.
Definitely.
Yep. But on that note, we're gonna step in some vibe, guys. Now, how y'all doing, my peoples? How was y'all work week? How's y'all weekend? What's up?
Oh.
We want to take on that first.
I started. My weekend was good. I chilled. I had fun. The work week has been crappy for the last few weeks. And it's just going to get progressively worse.
How is y'all doing with the weather? This weather has now hit a point where it's now getting back to its weird nature. Now it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's been over like I can't give specifics of where I'm at. Yeah. But the weather has been kind of like yesterday it was nice and chilly, you know what I'm saying? I walked my dog outside and got him some training and it was not too hot, not too bad. It was nice. And today it's just cloudy and like it's about to rain. Shit on my life. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
That's up. You trying to live, but you're trying to live and you trying to beat the weather and whatnot.
True that. And so far for the work week, I just been doing this, cracking YouTube, trying to get the numbers up, get the subscribers. I was live a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. I was live and just chatting. Some people checked it in, so I was like, all right, copy.
Hey man, that's better. That's you got to take it step by step.
Hell yeah, brother. You know it, Nick. You know it.
Yeah, man. Same with my work week was my weekend was chill. The work week I had to black on some supervisors nonetheless.
You?
Really?
You?
This week is just
I believe that. I believe Nick got the silent rage. He got the ooh. You don't want to see it.
Darnell knows it best.
I do. Like listen. I always bring this up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bro, Nick is the man. I didn't realize how good he was in martial arts when I felt this man in gym class, right? So I was like, I think it was fake sparring. Like I wasn't gonna do any actual contact. I was gonna see if I could tap him.
This is how we met. This is pretty much how we met.
This man said, "Oh, you trying to tap me? Nah, I'm not gonna tap you. I'm gonna show you." Because I don't think Nick liked me at that time. He didn't like nobody. He said he turned and straight side kicked me repeatedly in my stomach. Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't feel it at first. I'm just trying to reach out, touch him, just see how good he is. Right? Just gauge him. This nigga said, side kick, like a motherfucking Mortal Kombat character. Pow, 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 pow. I said, He has rage in him. So if he go black on somebody, it's been a time coming. I don't know if he had this kick ready for anybody. He just said bow, bow, like there was some hatred towards him. But I loved him ever since then. I was like, yo, bro, it was
that time in the gym and you was barking up the wrong tree and that had to be the time. But man, that going from where that was in our whole friendship is so funny.
That's some real anime shit for some of y'all out there. That's some real anime shit. They'd be like, wait, y'all had he kicked the shit out of you and you became friends? I said, yeah. I thought we were sparring. I guess that's how he goes contact sparring. I said I was just reaching. I was even trying.
My lady Kenya. That is exactly how things stand.
All right, so that's good to know. I need to fling Nick across the room. That's good to know. And I'm just trying to put the Nick Blackett out, and I'm cracking up at this right now.
But at his supervisors, I would see it. I'd be like, he's probably had the worst day because supervisors just say the dumbest shit, and they have you doing the dumbest shit, and you're like, yo, bro, like,
listen,
who are you talking to? Like, who are they talking to?
Literally. Piece by piece, he is getting it straight on the mark because there was 2 times they have entered my room with some bullshit, and I blacked on one on Monday because it happened right before I was supposed to go to lunch, and then another one happened like yesterday. I was just giving that Bernie Mac staring to the camera type shit.
That I can see.
It was 2 times straight through. So that felt a heavy work week of me just shooting out some shit. But nonetheless, other than that, everything else has been a calm week. I actually appreciate the cool weather for once because it was blazing. So
yes, it was.
So that was pretty fine. But other than that, we here at this point, and I'm happy it's almost a week.
Hell yeah, you can feel it. One more day. Tomorrow's that nice little payday with my $36.
Go get yourself some lunch.
It's going right back into my my Cash App savings after I bought this fucking comic, this Wolverine issue.
This
shit cost me. Right? Yeah, man, this shit cost me so much. I was so mad, but
the price of the fandom.
Love it. It's clean too. Like, you know, I collect old comics. Yeah. So this comic, I was like, after watching Wolverine Deadpool, I was like, I'm catching me this issue 181. It was on my Macari list, and I was like, should I do it? Should I do it?
YOLO.
Listen, man, we gonna talk about that as well. So keep that in mind. So on that point, real quick, we're gonna switch over into our off the cuff discussion of this week. And I just wanted to throw this out for you guys to talk about. I want to know what's y'all thoughts on dealing with people who try to ruin the vibe of a good time.
Get them out of here.
How y'all go about dealing with them? Do y'all pull them to the side and be like, yo, wildin', or do y'all just leave the space? Like how do you want to go about dealing with people who try to ruin the good vibe?
The vibe?
Yeah.
Okay. So Maurice, you got something? Because
it's going to depend on the situation. Mm-hmm. If it's someone I know well enough, I'm gonna pull you to the side and I'm basically gonna tell you about yourself.
Respect. But what if it's somebody you don't know?
If I can avoid the situation, I'm just gonna leave the space.
Leave the space? Yeah. Respect that indeed.
If that's not an option, it depends on how much they are in the vibe.
True. Well, let's say if they making a big hub, there's gonna be a thing I'm gonna talk about later because there's a reason I talked about this off the cuff discussion. But what if it's something that it's around your general area, you can't escape it, but it went from like a small situation, but it's starting to gradually grow into some bigger that's making people uncomfortable.
So if I know somebody there that knows them, I'll pull up aside like, yo,
you got to go handle your man's over there
because he kind of wilding out and he kind of ruining stuff. If you can to go try to,
that is true. All right, want me to take a shot at it?
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
All right, so I've heard of some people ruining the vibe, and even back then, I think I've been told to be a vibe killer, right? My bad. But somebody came to me, and usually it's if you dealing with something like close to home type shit with a vibe and somebody's killing it. Try your best to address them, but don't use like super kid glove. Be as honest. Don't be too strict on your honesty, but talk to them. Be like, yo, what's going on? I feel like you're having a bad day, and if you're having a bad day, you fucking up everybody else. What's going on? Yeah. Just ask them what's going on and
treat them like a person.
Yeah, treat them like a human. If this is very logical for my dumb ass, because sometimes I just be like, fuck them. But I've been thinking so logical now, like in my 30s to my 20s, like you gotta really talk to them. Like at a convention, if somebody's acting up, doing the most, correct? You're gonna have to press them. That's public. That's the nerd spaces. You're gonna have to press them.
I want you to keep that in mind because there will be a topic.
All right, I'm gonna keep it. You gotta press them. Be like, hey, relax. And I've been told when I was in a space, by a friend or somebody that told me I ruined a vibe or something happened. She had to come to me and talk to me about a situation. And I was like, oh, bitch, I didn't even know I was fucking up. But she told me like, hey, yeah, this and this happened with this person. So they don't like you because of this, and this. I said, I copy. That's on me. I try to apologize. But some people don't accept apologies a certain way because it's like first come, first serve type shit. If you chilling around your friends at a party, shit like that, and somebody's acting funny, you don't know them, you could approach them on some peaceful shit like, hey man, are you good? You feel like you ain't having a good time, or you having an attitude towards shit, or you being kind of stank faced. If they bring some outrageous shit to you, start wilding out, then you could tell them, listen, you were invited by this person. You could remove yourself because I just came to tell you. I didn't want to go through them because they would have handled you with some kid gloves. I don't got time for that type shit.
True.
Go through somebody else if you have to, let them handle it with kid gloves because they know said person. If you don't got time for that and you feel like they're gonna make it, it's gonna escalate.
Then you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, use your hindsight on some real shit. That's it.
Yeah, no. I definitely respect that, and I definitely hear both of y'all's emotions to definitely kind of de-escalate the situation before it gets to before it even further spreads up and messes up everybody.
Don't sidekick them.
Well, depending on the situation, we might need to sidekick them.
I'm like, this is me being mature, Darnell. Non-mature fat man would say, fuck them, fuck that person, and make sure you have a good time. If they act like a bitch, they can go home.
All right. So now that I got you guys' answers, let's go into the Nerd and Reboot news because I want to talk about this situation. Now, DreamCon was a couple of weeks ago.
I knew that's where you was going with this.
I knew
exactly.
it. I knew it.
Yeah.
I was about to talk about this on one of my videos.
Yep. So DreamCon was a couple of weeks ago. I didn't specifically find the streamer's name. Darnell, do you know his name? The streamer?
Shit. He was actually in somebody else's videos. I know his name, but because he was in a video with Cornell, one of those like prankster videos. So he popped up in one of Cornell's videos, and I was like, oh shit, that's the guy that niggas was cutting on on Twitter. So I gotta look for his name.
Well, while you search for that, I'm gonna continue on. So DreamCon was a couple of weeks ago, and as always, it's black, it's beautiful, it's the vibes. We had the experience to go last year. We didn't go this year. Hopefully down the line we'll get to go again. But nonetheless, the Black and Beautiful Con was wonderful and had a lot of highs, but the lows are starting to leak out from itself. Twitter beef is always and stuff like that, but a couple of videos have followed its way. But like I was saying with my off-the-cuff discussions of this week, DreamCon got a little spite because of one person's in real life stream that was walking around the Dream conventions that had the gall to go to a known anime convention and gaming convention and going to people's hard-earned work, go around and vlog and ask who the fuck would wear or buy this shit because anime shit shouldn't be bought in 2024. So that's an absolute vibe killer. And I just want to know, what are you guys' thoughts?
I'll let Maurice go. I'm about to look for the dude's name. Give me a second. I gotta mute to hear a video. I'm gonna mute myself.
You want me to go? I'll go. Okay. Yeah. So my thought is, why go to a space that you don't have any interest in just to sit there and talk shit? Like, why are you here?
Obviously, clout. Obviously, so trying to be an in real life troll or something like that. And they had the audacity to see that your fans was getting upset at you, and then you want to drop an apology. Like, bro, you know exactly what you was doing. You're in 2024. How are you going to disrespect anime shit?
Like, no, you went there to be stupid. Thought you was going to go viral, and it backfired on you, and now you want to backtrack.
Obviously, because it's like, what are you doing? And then his fans is up here talking about y'all can't take a joke. Bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah,
there was so many celebrities and lifelike people up in there enjoying the business and stuff like that, and then he came in with that, and I'm like, bro, this is a terrible hot take and a location to be in to give all this shit.
It's like you already get shit in the space as it is. Don't need any more.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, who's bringing? That's a nigga totally trying to ruin the vibe of a good time. You see all this shit going on, everybody dressed to top tier cosplays in Timbuktu, and you come in here, go to Artist Alley of hard working people that's trying to sell shit and say that shit. Come on, dog.
Yeah, that was not cool.
No, he went to specific people's booths, pointed that shit out, and was like, what are you doing? Yeah, disrespecting people who trying to sell shit. So you putting the nigga on a hot block and trying to embarrass them in front of their own shit, and then stream it to a bunch of yo hater ass people. Like, what are you doing? So it's between that and I think another video went viral that happened at DreamCon, which was like it's not as bad because it was labeled like an 18 plus event, but it did go out and stuff like that, and people was wondering what was going on. But it was like, I think it was the late night DreamCon event, which they had strippers and stuff like that. started throwing out money and shit like that. It was all World Star Hip Hop. That's how its shit got blown out of proportions in the first place. But like a lot of people saw that video and they started thinking they lost the like vibe or nature of DreamCon in the first place, because it just became like a whole bunch. Yusuf.
That's his fucking name. His fucking name is Yusuf.
Yeah, Yusuf is bringing the vibes down like Yusuf from fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog.
So I fucked up my audio because I'm playing one of Cornell's videos and he's in it, and the motherfucking streamer says his name is Yusuf. So Yusuf was basically there at the fucking con, and he was doing this shit, what Nick said, and a lot of people got on his ass. I think it's just one of those. He's one of those fucking prank streamers that he be saying and doing shit, which I'm like, I get it.
For clout.
Yeah, for clout. But I listen. As an anime nerd, I don't wear a lot of anime merchandise, and some of the shit that I'm like, okay, a Kid Buu, you don't know who's gonna wear a Kid Buu bandana, and they're gonna try to make a fit out of it. That's perfect. That's personally their type of fit, right? And people pay a lot of money to get into those conventions and sell merch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not personally going to say their merch because these are also licensed characters. Remember that? So this nigga was wilding a little bit, and then he's like, "Where the hoes at?" I'm like, see, I get it, but also there was like an 18+ panel at DreamCon where strippers and a whole bunch of people twerking. So you know, the hoes was somewhere. They just weren't around him because they was all over the place.
There was so many.
They just wasn't around him.
There was so many posts of people that was showing a whole bunch of pictures, and I was like, where the fuck were you, dude?
He was doing the most, and no, I know he's wearing a do-rag or some shit. Like, he take that shit off, I know his hairline is pushed all the way back.
Oh, please. Everybody was talking about, bro, they was going in from here to Timbuktu with his ass.
Even Jadeon would have been like, damn, Yusuf, what happened to your hairline?
Man, listen.
My thing is
bad.
Is as a person of color, you know that it's already issues with dealing and being in this space already.
That's why this comes
made. Add to that.
True. That is true. I feel like, my bad to cut you off.
No.
I feel like he was just saying shit to say shit, right? Not even bringing legitimate criticism to a convention. He was just saying shit to say shit. Like that one
to be viral, a bad hot take.
Like the one cosplayer he passed by, the big nigga wearing the Sailor Mars outfit. I even saw him. I saw that same big nigga in a video I reacted to, the RDC, who would you date, RDC or AMP? And I saw that same big nigga. I said, hey, yo, it's that same big nigga. Listen, you could wear cosplay, drag queens are the reason we have cosplay. Remember that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. So that was just off. That was funny for a second. I was like, all right, he didn't say nothing to the guy. He looked at the camera, but people like, oh, but you can't do this. I'm like, listen, can't tell someone who's streaming at a convention created by content creators that they can't say or do something. But he didn't say nothing to the guy directly. That would have been disrespectful. He looked at the camera. A lot of people went at him. And if he came with legitimate criticisms, like he actually came out and said, all right, I love DreamCon. These are my legitimate criticism about the convention. That would have been plain and simple. He was just being he was just being a dick to be a dick. You know.
Listen, we went to DreamCon last year. We definitely had some criticisms on what was happening, and a lot of people said the same thing as well. There's various things to actually talk about just in general, and I heard a bunch of people saying a lot of shit was fixed this year and stuff like that. This nigga just went there to say hot takes and be garbage.
Yeah, and for that, like he did enjoy from the footage I've seen from other YouTubers. He was obviously in certain spaces. He was having his fun. He did have fun at the con. I do think he's not an anime nerd. I'm a black content creator. I go to these content spaces. I don't go to these conventions, type shit. Like most of the niggas who are like live streamers are nerdy, but they're not like, oh, they've grown up with this shit. They were born with this type of shit. Like this is the shit that they thrive on. He was just one of those, like, I'll show up to a convention, because it's created by RDC and AMP gonna be there and other people I know are gonna be there and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
but this is the easiest way to fuck up your bag.
Depends if those if those people transfer over to your content. You know what I'm saying? If those
I don't think this is a great way to sell yourself off of that. Maybe you did a good time, but
that's true. From a couple of clips, hell no. But this might not be the bane of his content. This might just be like, he did some stupid shit here, but what's his content like? And does that show the content of his character, or does that show, he's just out here having fun, being stupid, being like Gideon, being like Cornell, being like all these other guys? Is he just copying them, or does he actually have content worth selling? Like Kai Cenat, the AMP niggas, does he actually have it? He's not the FaZe dudes. He's not like how FaZe is. You know, he's IRL streaming with his phone and a charger. So how is his content gonna relate to people? His actions will speak for the people that don't like what he did to that convention, because we're nerds. We've been made fun of. We've gone through shit. And for you to come up in this space, watch how you say shit, because we're definitely not gonna like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I get both your points. Yeah, no, I'm saying the space is supposed to be inclusive. Like, that's part of why it is what it is. It's like, sure, you can come and you may not be a part of the fandom or a part of that culture, but experience it. That's all fine and well.
Also respect it.
Exactly.
That's the point. Respect it. You don't have to like it. Yeah, I gotta respect it.
And people are gonna know when you're full of shit.
Oh yeah.
And when you come into a space like that, talking all that, knowing that you're shit, you might not even believe it, but you're doing it for whatever reason you're doing it.
True. He did come out and apologize. I have the video on Twitter. He did come out and apologize, because he was like, I was wilding. And for you to maybe because he was, I've been in the con scene long enough to know when you get that convention high and you got all that dopamine kicking, it's like Gone from Hunter x Hunter, the hair that looks like it's infinite. It's like that. And when you come down, you're like, oh shit, what did I say? What did I do? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody probably correct, like, hey, yo, relax. This con is just for fun. It's for this and this. You gotta chill. And what is this? The fourth year of DreamCon?
I think so. Might have been the fourth or fifth year.
Right. So like it's getting bigger every year. Like Comic-Con and Anime NYC. It's growing. You know what I'm saying? For people to be in this space, you got to at least show some respect. If he had legitimate, I swear, if he
if he had criticisms, that makes sense. Trust me, everybody
he was out there being kind of like, I'm being a goofball, but it's gonna come off asshole-ish. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. But so we're gonna move on from that news and let's talk a little bit, because it's been a while since we got to recap some new stuff. So we're gonna talk about the big news from San Diego Comic-Con, because we never got to talk about it from our end. So how do you guys feel about the RDJ as Doom thing?
I'll start. I'm fine with it. I ain't got no beef with it.
I'm leaving it up to what I got to see. I want to see the movie. I can't comment on nothing until I stuff put it.
I feel that. I feel like
you got to take Darnell.
I know. Go ahead. Yeah.
Man, fuck. All right. One, I was happy it was RDJ, but in the back of my mind, I said, wait a minute. Could this have been elevated by an actor that's done more in their performances than RDJ? Because he's given good acting performances in his past. He's like, Iron Man is that one character that he's synonymous with. No matter who. No, it's not from Weird Science. It's not from anything else he's played. Sherlock Holmes. It's Iron Man. Yeah, so he said it on that stage. I love playing broken and complex characters, because Robert Downey Jr. had addictions. He became a practitioner of Wing Chun. He leveled up in his life, and then boom, a chance was taken on him to play this character. Now he's playing Dr. Doom. My thought is, if you're an actor and you can play a different character like Dr. Doom, who refers to himself in the third person, can he do that? Can he really dive a little deeper into the comic? Because Dr. Doom is not just, I'm rich, reverse Tony Stark. He is the mad genius of the Marvel universe, that even the Black Panther god said, Doom's way is kind of right. Like, nigga, what? I never heard of that, but other people are like, nah, you bugging. If he can do it, he can do it. If he can't, we're going to see it.
We're going to see it.
But it's not going to be the comic book Iron Man Doom. It's not going to be that. I think it's going to be classic Doctor Doom.
They said he's being Victor Von Doom, so it's not like an Iron variant or something like that. That's what they were saying.
People have been saying that's what it's going to be. I'm like, no, did you see him on that stage wearing green? That's Doctor Doom color, the only Doom.
So I think that Robert Downey Jr. probably sees that as a challenge.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And as an actor, he's like, yeah, I'm synonymous with Iron Man, and I think I can pull this off.
How can he level up his skills?
I think after he got his big award for Oppenheimer and his role as being a villain in Oppenheimer as well, he said, "Shit, I can come back and I can see if I can challenge myself this different way into something that I've loved, and it looks like it may need my name value for a little boost." So yeah,
I didn't know RDJ was in Oppenheimer. I didn't watch the movie.
Oh yeah, he's literally the prime antagonist in that movie. So that if you see that and the way he plays that role, and he got the award for that role, if he can keep that energy going, he'll be great as a villain.
I believe so, because that means you were able to tap in to that maniacal, that dark side, right? Because Marvel eventually, I think Iron Man 2 or Marvel, they wanted to do Demon in a Bottle, but since Robert Downey Jr. has a history of that, they stepped away from it. They kind of pulled back from that.
The touches of that was probably with Iron Man 2, because I mean he had the drinking problem in Iron Man 2, so I guess that was as far as they were willing to go with that.
As far as they were going, and now playing Doctor Doom is that slight hubris, the antagonist, the true side of like, oh, he's evil, but then he's more complex as a character in the Marvel universe. Yeah. So I believe he's going to do good. I know what people are saying, like, oh, we should have got another actor. I said, we could still get
it's a multiverse. It's a multiverse. I don't know. He could be just the stall in Doom for time, and then we might get an actual, who knows? Mm-hmm. That's why I said I want to see the story, and I want to see where the movie goes and stuff. So,
Secret Wars is where we're going to get a true Doctor Doom.
Yeah, so we'll see where it comes. So further on, going into more news, we still got more messes on this Blade movie. I mean, after the joke in Deadpool and Wolverine, man, that shit is just continually going the fuck off. This Blade shit is a mess. Now I'm hearing that it's going on hiatus.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Bro, why they wasting Mahershala Ali's time?
For real.
Niggas always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, literally. At this point, that line is so much, man. They wasted that man's time so much.
It's bad enough that they're pausing it. Like they're going on break, but it's like, get someone to really work on this film and really sit down to take it. Because all you have to do is adapt maybe a couple of Blade comics that can add into the cinematic universe. One, this is supposed to be a standalone film.
Yeah.
Two, it's supposed to also connect into the Marvel mythos somehow. But that's where Marvel fucks up when it comes to these writers. These writers don't talk to each other. They don't communicate. They don't all have notes next to each other. The Russo brothers are literally the ones that tried their best connecting things. Yeah. And that sucks that they're the only ones, because WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness, you were basically watching WandaVision 2. So I don't know what's going on with Blade. I wish they would get it. Just get it. Just get it or don't get it, and just introduce him in another Moon Knight shit or something.
Honest to God, because all these directors falling out and shit like that. Like, what is script that y'all guys trying to pander off to people? This shit's not working.
I'm like, this shouldn't be this difficult.
No, Ryan Coogler literally left and went to go make his own Blade.
He did. Which is beautiful. Like, thank you, Cougar. Ryan Cougar knows what's up, and he's working with who? Michael B. Jordan. They're fucking friends. Their friendship is beautiful.
It's so fucking funny that, like, in the time that they said that he planned to do this, then he got Michael B. Jordan. Then they filmed this movie. Then they finished this movie. All in the time that the Blade movie was announced, and then it's gone through all types of hell. Like, bro. Ryan was like, oh, yeah, what time? So I'm going to go do my own shit.
Yeah, I feel bad for Mahershala Ali because he really wants to do this movie. And he's like,
what movie?
Do you? An actor's time is money, by the way.
Bro, what?
If I've been behind the scenes doing background acting in New York, and somebody told me, if you're an actor and you're not making money and you have, like, imagine you got like 6 or 7 roles lined up for the year,
listen.
And 5 of those lapse, and you got more roles coming up, and then you don't get booked for a whole year and you're waiting, this one project got you waiting in limbo, you losing money. You're losing time, money, like you pissed. Like, bro, I got bills to pay, rent, I gotta eat. What you doing?
This Marvel check better be amazing, because the way how I am expecting, the way how all the legendary actors have dropped out of this, the last key of the puzzle is if you see the Mahershala Ali has left a Blade project, once that shit drops, it's over.
This black man must have the patience of a saint.
What?
I swear to you, he must have the patience of his. It's that, or either his his management is like they're trying Mahershala. They're trying.
I need the memoir. If they eventually get this movie made, I need the memoir of Mahershala Ali for the time. I need to find out what the fuck they was giving this nigga so he could stay calm during this time, because I'd be heated. All these years,
herbal tea.
Listen, imagine you waiting on the side for all these years, and then you see Deadpool and Wolverine, and you see them pull that joke while you still on the sidelines. Like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yo,
you mad at that too. That's the moment you realize, as someone who's supposed to be playing the new Blade, when Wesley Snipes is like, I worked out a little bit, I got me in shape, and then I went to go film, and then
That's
you
crazy. In your
bitch.
whole wait ass time, bro.
But think about this, y'all. Old Blade getting a Marvel movie before you do.
Bro, at this point, when somebody teased that we should have a last ride kind of old man Blade movie, that's gonna be the more, after that Deadpool and Wolverine movie, that's gonna be more of a selling point than this new Blade at this point.
To me, the way the multiverse opened up, I see it. Because Channing Tatum's Gambit, X-23 and Logan being in Deadpool's world, Elektra, I don't know what about her. And then we got Blade. We got fucking Blade. We got Wesley Snipes. And I bet money Wesley Snipes was like, yeah, I want to pay me to do an old man Blade.
I mean, shit, yeah.
At this point,
they got so many things out of this. All right, so on this point, my next nerd news on here was just Deadpool and Wolverine thoughts. So let's just get into just quick thoughts on just the movie.
Awesome, badass. Wolverine wearing the fucking cowl.
all right,
bro. The hype that came, it looks so fucking good. Talk about a payoff.
The man said, "When do you pull out the big guns?" He said, "What's the wind resistance on those blowjob handles?"
Yo, I was like, bruh.
Man said, "I only wear this when I'm killing." This Wolverine is not a Wolverine to fuck with, and they really Hugh Jackman, the workout, the fat that he had to reduce on his body, the water weight he had to take off of him. He did a good job.
That scene when the shirt came off and them abs came, I was Deadpool in that very moment, because I was like, what the fuck?
I grabbed my stomach. Somebody on Twitter was like, the steroids is really working for him. I said,
nigga, listen, that shit crazy.
I was like, he worked. That made me grab my stomach and say, all right, now I gotta get some abs, because this man is how old?
It's like damn.
That shit was shredded. Good lord.
Every villain that was in that shit was from all the X-Men stuff. I was like, oh my god, they really got they got all these characters out here. They even got the Russian from the first the first Punisher movie. I said, that's the Russian? What is going on? They killed it.
Shit is absolutely crazy. So many things that worked towards everything. So many things worked, and just the way how Channing Tatum's Gambit has taken the internet by storm. Like the meme city, the meme city of that Cajun accent. Which, boy, when you remember of that working of that movie, and somebody saying how that Cajun accent was going for like the longest while to that movie being put in that same kind of limbo that the Blade movie's in. It's like, bro, what it doing, man? This shit is crazy.
Sean Levy that worked on Wolverine Deadpool said he was one of the directors that was supposed to work on Channing Tatum's Gambit, except it got canceled. So he obviously started working on Ryan Reynolds and the whole Deadpool thing. Yeah. So I was like, and then, the whole Fox merger and Fox eventually the cinematic universe. I'm glad Channing Tatum got a chance to show off what could have been. Because he said in the movie, wow, I didn't save nobody. I didn't even get a chance. I was like, oh my God, we're sorry.
Bro, the mere fact that he threw that card and it literally made somebody blow up. I'm like, that is y'all just made a path for like fucking Gambit to be in Mortal Kombat of all things somehow. Like bro, that shit was beautiful. Talk about Year of fucking Gambit, baby.
Year of Gambit is
Let's
2024. I said this. They got to give him if Disney could do it, give him at least a little 10-episode miniseries involving some other X-Men and mutants. You got to give it to him.
Nigga, they give Agatha a series. They can give Gambit a series.
Ain't nobody want that bitch. I don't even want her. Nobody wants that character. I was like, bro, this ain't even Agatha from the comics. Let's go. Get Channing Tatum. Tell him to suit up. Tell him to get back into some dancing and martial arts.
That nigga ready. That nigga. And what people are pointing out that in his universe he got saved. If you see one of the TV screens, so he was good. Even though we didn't get to see it as thoroughly, if you see it one of the TV screens, his universe got saved. So he's good. He's still out there. He's still out there.
Good. I was like, everything from Wolverine's acting in that car.
Oh God, that car scene is melded in my. I was like, yo, you're wildin'. That line delivery was just so mean.
He killed it. And man said, you're gonna be alive to annoy the fucking all of us for eternity, and I've been alive for 200 years.
They saw that fucking minivan fight. They saw that minivan so perfectly in that fight.
Man said, I'm gonna fight you now. I was like, what?
Listen, I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna have to get me a Toyota, man.
Listen, nigga. I mean, they've been most reliable for the longest of time, for the most part. But like, yeah, man, that shit was something else, bro.
It was. Did Toyota? I think Toyota had to pay that some type of money.
That is the perfectest product placement I've ever seen in my life. I actually see niggas legit wanting to buy that car. Like it was so abashedly a product placement that was so fucking perfect. That niggas, nobody's complaining about the product placement. That's the first time ever.
They're not. It's just like, it's a Toyota fight. And Toyota's like, thanks, guys.
That ass. You imagine fucking up your car like twice, and they're like, yes, the best advertisement we can ever sell.
I was like, y'all, it still runs.
It still runs. I'm like, really? I copy.
Yeah. So there you go. Literally put that fight, and then at the end, put it on the commercial. That's it.
The best line, Daphne Keen, when I didn't realize she's 19 now. Wonderful girl, killed it. The line that she says to Logan, he was like, I'm not your guy. And she says it to him, you were always the wrong guy until you weren't. And then he just
yeah, he was like,
good shit.
Fucking love that. Movie was amazing. It's close to right now. It's 900 million. I think it's almost at $1 billion. Almost,
bro. It's still gonna make the money. I know many of people going back to watch it a couple of times.
Wolverine, Deadpool. Let's make sure you get to $1 billion.
Some a classic for sure. Everybody who ain't seen it better go see it. That shit was amazing.
The plot, Cassandra's fingers is the thing of nightmares.
Oh my! There's gonna be some incredible cosplays at New York Comic Con. Some incredible cosplayers.
You thought the Deadpool armies at cons was already a lot of things from before. Now it's just literally.
You're gonna get shit ton of Gambits. You're gonna you're gonna see a couple blades around. The X-23s are gonna be everywhere, and Cassandra Nova with fingers in your brain.
You actually might even get some Electros. Nobody cared about that. This movie put a boost in on Jennifer Gardner's Elektra, which nobody wanted that.
No, for Jennifer Gardner, I love it when she showed up because the slow motion, and I remember I was like, "Yep, Elektra," because slow motion right out of her movies.
Listen, I got a PTSD flashback from her finger.
Oh yeah, shit, I would too. That scene of her just going through old boy's brain is wild.
Put her whole finger right through man's neck.
Listen, that was nasty.
I will go through a quick story. Like one time I was at this bar in the city, and me and some friends were hanging out, and then this German lady, she just came waving her fingers. My friend done booked it, left me here. I'm sitting at the stool in the corner. I'm on the stool in the corner, and she's here, and I'm trapped.
Oh no,
not trapped.
I'm trapped, and she wants to dance. So I obliged her. I danced with her a little bit just to make her go away. Then she came back. I'm like,
Oh Lord.
I'm like, oh no, she's back.
All fingers.
She wanted some Maurice love. She's
No,
like,
son,
you.
Listen, I'm like, oh no.
She put the fingers all over you, rubbed down your face, man.
And then my friend come back like, yeah. I'm like, no.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
Come back when the coast is clear.
I bet she slipped him a nice 20 in his pocket. She was like, thank you, big boy.
I'm like, oh my goodness. Now here's the kicker, right? Like she on the wall, she's like, yeah, I can't pay my time. Mind you, she's here with someone.
What the fuck?
What?
She
Like
tried
we
to
slid her
fire
to
you.
the left, going back where you was.
Yeah, back to your niggas. What the fuck? Hey, yo.
She wanted some real fun.
Listen, I was like,
Yes.
I'm like, all these new.
Fucking for that. But yeah, so continuing on the new stuff. We taking this portion of time to put some respect out to the people's that's family part of the podcast that we want to give out shout outs to. Shout outs to Sentai Fountain of Knowledge, Peter, on his marriage, his wedding bliss that he just recently had, man.
Nice.
Shout outs to him. Shout outs to my brother Elijah out there, new daughter out here in the building, new niece out there. Shout out to Zuri out here in the building and stuff like that. And then shout outs to you, guest Darnell, man. I was there at his wedding.
You think you was gonna get away without
yeah,
I say
you thought
something?
you was gonna get away. Nah. We got you on the pod specifically to talk, man. We can talk. Get some time. How's wedding bliss, bro? How's good time? Because I was at your wedding, son.
I appreciate that. All right. So I'm gonna cut this from my channel because I haven't told my audience, but because I don't get most personal. But my man Nick was there. Maurice, I wish you would have been there. I think you would have enjoyed yourself as well.
Of course.
Being married, man. This last month passed, and I've been married for a whole month and a half right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. I just married my best friend. Just married somebody I cared about.
Wonderful.
I'll give this word of advice to people out there. If you see yourself talking with this person on the toilet, chatting with them every day, waking up to stank breath, making out with them, cooking the food in the house, cleaning, being around this person forever, if marriage is what you want, if that's how you feel, go do it. Don't go extravagant. I went extravagant because I said if I'm gonna do it right, I'm gonna do it right with my partner and bring all my family and friends together.
This nigga right here, son. Yo, his ceremony was fucking. The whole thing was great, man. First of all, it's just the ceremony itself that was like bing bang boom, son. I blinked twice and your shit was y'all gave y'all vows and we was on to the next. I was like, that is shit I've ever experienced.
I'm like, we were. I had a whole bunch of shit I wrote, bro. I literally sat in this room and I typed it on my phone. I ran. Yeah. I walked in a circle, fucking pacing about how to do my vows, and I said, let's keep it simple. And let's just jot off something.
Bro, you fucking killed it, man. But take it for the nigga from a nigga on the side perspective. He fucking killed it. He stood 10 toes down. Master had the wifey on lock, man. And you were so good. You made wifey nervous, man. She couldn't remember nothing and stuff like that. You was putting it all together. You held it down.
Yo, she's not good with crowds and people. So I'm on the stage and I realized that I'm like, I gotta make her laugh a little bit, make a little couple of faces.
You had it unlocked from that point on, and then the photos is all great. You was out there with family. You had a wonderful dance with your mother. Just you guys' entrance, the whole theme of the mask and stuff like that. You did all the traditions out of Mark, man. They taking the veil and just the bouquet and everything about it. The fucking sparklers and shit like that. Dance was fun and shit like that. The fucking photos that came out of that shit was hilarious. Me and Kenya have been dying over these fucking photos and just me expressing and the videos and shit.
I'm telling you right now, this man Nick was having a yayo time. He was.
I seen the photos. I was like,
fun. I'm glad. And Nick, I'm telling you, brother, you part of my family, nigga. You showed up.
Yeah,
it was friends and family, nigga. You part of my family, bro. Because I reached out to a lot of people, and a lot of people, didn't show up. Did show up the 50-50. And also, I didn't want to reach out to certain people because I knew someone at my venue had problems with somebody. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad everybody had fun. Also, that cake was bomb. Did you like the cake? Was so good.
Yeah, the cake was good.
Oh my
It was
god,
good, bro. Y'all did it great. Nah, legit. Like every video or anything captured this shit like that. Even when I was showing my folks and stuff like that, your girl's wedding dress and stuff like that, amazing. Like everything about it, y'all was for the nines and shit like that. The color scheme was bopping, like everything. Big shout outs to y'all.
We really picked our colors. So I was happy with that because white is like new beginnings and like rebirth, and red is for love. So I was like, let's go with red. So
shout outs to y'all, man. It was fantastic. So we definitely wanted to give some time to give shout outs. All the ones in the community that's family to us, and we had you on, so it was the perfect time to finally give you, because I chatted about it before after like our first recording after the thing, but now that you're here, definitely wanted to talk about it.
I appreciate you. I know there's a video of me when I filmed you guys at New York Comic Con, Anime NYC, New York Comic Con, where I was like, yo, I got you gotta get on the podcast. I'm sorry I didn't edit those videos. I have them. Don't give me some time.
Trust me, this gonna be a while on our editing space. This is gonna be a while before this comes out too. So don't worry about it.
I appreciate the love. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so we still got a couple of news topics to speak on. So y'all heard about the Netflix leak?
Yes.
Oh shit. I haven't.
Netflix, I think about 8 animated projects that's supposed to happen and come out later in the day. They've had one of the biggest leaks that dropped, I think, like from shit like Arcane season 2 that was supposed to drop in November. Like 5 of the episodes dropped. Don that's supposed to premiere at anime. I think Terminator is supposed to premiere at Anime NYC. That leaked. Don was supposed to premiere, I think, in New York Comic Con in October. That shit leaked. Like so many things got like it was a massive, huge, all the heavy animation shit that they've been promoting. That's probably not even fully completed, done leaked out and heavy.
Oh shit! Yes, man, ain't lying. A couple of leaks, kind of.
Don.
I remember I just talked about Don on one of my shorts. So I was like, damn.
It was supposed to be a super big premiere of the reveal, and all 6 episodes dropped out online because niggas
Terminator 0, Re:Zero season 3 episodes.
Yep.
What you said was Don. I'm looking on here. BitTorrent. Somebody BitTorrent. The rest of it. Ranma 1/2.
Damn.
A lot of shit. I think even some of this was like from 4chan and shit like that. So I'm like,
I didn't even know they got Ranma. Damn. See, they leaking shit niggas didn't even fully know. God damn.
Somebody was fed up over there.
Somebody would. Once again, we're gonna go back to this point. Whenever niggas leak, hack, do everything under the sun, how the fuck nobody getting the Sally? How the hell the student loans and all this shit keep under lock and key always, man?
Yo, it's
how has nobody fumbled the bag and fumbled the student loans? Who has not freed us from this shackles? Like what the fuck?
Listen, the hackers out there who are elusive, we're not telling you to go out there and do something, but if you do something, help the niggas out here that got the student loans. Not me. I got some fraud that happened with like a bank, but help the student loan.
No, for real, like do something for the community and not fumble niggas that hard-earned work that's all anime that's not even completed. Y'all gonna have. I hate when niggas review shit that's half-assed. Like when shit gets leaked, there's always that subset of people that's gonna review the leaks, and I'm like, bro, it's not even completed. That shit was supposed to come out months later.
Everybody was mad at Kind of Funny or IGN because they are like some of y'all don't know who Kind of Funny is. Greg Miller, people who used to be a part of IGN.
Yeah.
They start their own stuff. So motherfuckers were talking about what is that? They're talking about GTA 6 leak, but when Wolverine came out for PlayStation,
oh god, that shit was stupid.
They weren't even trying to talk about leaks, and people were like, you're not going to talk about this or show this, but here you guys were showing this and showing this. It makes you look hypocritical. It's just because it's PlayStation and they don't want to get on their bad it's because it's PlayStation. But that Wolverine leaks, oh my god, they look good, except for the other stuff I was mad at, which I was like, this is a Wolverine game. What are we doing?
So I would say like Navient Sally, man, them probably got top-notch security and they got goons.
You would have thought these other niggas would have had goons. There's
Netflix.
So many things that be leaking, bro. Especially nowadays. You thought PlayStation had shit on live. You thought Netflix would have had shit. If Netflix ain't got shit on live, leak all the motherfucking Paramount.
Listen, the Netflix goons is busy trying to stop us from sharing accounts. They stretched it.
They were like, "You're not gonna share. You're gonna pay. You pay now." I'm like, "But what about my student loans? Ain't gonna get hacked."
Strange thing. Disney Plus is trying to do the same shit in September. Like, bro, listen, man.
Oh boy.
Listen. For all those people out there, you know, you don't have to do this, but you know, you can just watch it. Yarg, mate.
We know. But yes. Anyways, let's go back on some other news that's sad. I heard the Cartoon Network website finally shut down after all these years where little kids can play their games and all the classic games and stuff like that. Apparently now, if you go to the Cartoon Network website, you directly just get sent to Mac.
Damn.
Yeah. On a stream of a whole bunch of shit. Which in other news is WBD finding out that they're worth $10 million less than what they thought.
WB?
Yeah, WBD, the Warner Brothers Discovery, the whole conglomerate. They found out they're worth $10 million less than they thought.
Like Warner Brothers bought Discovery, which I was like, why would y'all buy them? And you just don't got content for them.
It just gets how long have we been talking about the downfall of Warner Brothers that just continues to go and go and go and go and go. They got rid of animation point blank for tax write-off, only to find out that they're in the shitter even further. Like it just keeps getting worse. David Zaslav is just terrible. Shooting
themselves in the motherfucking foot. Especially when animation should be. Kite Man is the only shit I care about. I didn't like the whole Harley Quinn show. But other than that,
I like him.
There's something wrong with creating animation, stopping it, creating shows and movies, stopping them, and just being like, "What are y'all doing? What are you doing? What's happening?"
Coyote versus Act. That's all we gotta say. Like, is that not beef enough?
I'm like, that's a whole music video or a whole rap scene that needs to happen. They fucking up. I think they fucking up.
But that's another thing. Where's the leaks on that? WBD ain't got shit on demand, and you telling me that shit? After niggas was up in arms for like the dumbest of times,
people have to care.
People do have to care. It's like the Warner Brothers is classic stuff, but like how well would have done is up to the audience. Like remember, everybody gotta remember, audience is motherfucking. If there is an audience for it, bam, people gonna come. And if it's good. Wolverine and Deadpool just showed me you can have okay story. Your story can be but if you know some shit and do some shit, people gonna love it. People gonna love it.
I mean, you thought the selling point was Looney Tunes already, so it's like, what are we doing? It's not even like it's something new. It's like under an IP that you're famous fucking for. You can sell it as a Looney Tunes thing. Like WBD is so fucking weird with their content. They're so weird, and that's why they're in the L.
They don't know their concept.
No, they don't.
Some people's like, oh, we know what we're doing. I'm like, do you?
No, you don't.
How long have y'all been here? How long have y'all been recycling shit? Come on.
No, you don't. Because we've seen what they put the efforts behind, and it's trash. I don't like. What do they do? Who the fuck knows? All right, so going on the last bit of few news we have. Do you guys have any thoughts on the Olympics going on right now and all the stuff that's have y'all been keeping up with what's going on with the Olympics? Or at least anything broaden our horizon when it comes to the Olympics just in general?
So far, last time I kept up with it, people were complaining about the opening ceremonies to some Greece god Dionysus.
Yeah, I saw that, the Last Supper comparison.
And people were like, "This is the Last Supper." It's like, no, and then that was just bullshit. The boxing match with the two ladies, except one of them they said was hermaphrodite, but was actually born a woman. There was drama with that. The biggest thing that came out were the two shooters, the people who shot.
Oh yeah,
and they're making them into anime characters.
The Turkish guy, and I love Korean that. The
chick,
photos,
and the other girls, they are dominating the internet right now. Everywhere I go, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it's between that and then Noah Lyles is being the big runner. Even though it's been a mess on today's standards. I think they found out he had COVID or something like that, and then had a whole situation. But like before then, he was winning, and then we had the U.S. U.S. basketball team making wins and shit like that. Like it's been an interesting and popping time.
As long as the U.S. comes with some W.
Oh, listen, I've seen them motherfuckers. The Olympics is the only time in the world that I think all the people in the United States get connected as a motherfucker and start like cheering. That's when we bleed red, white, blue, brother.
That's
man,
it.
We be in it, bro. And every time I see the gold count or the award count, and I see we at the tippity top, I said,
okay, see,
fucking salute on that
we
one.
have athletes. This is what we care about. God bless it. We're done. All right.
This is where we actually come together as a country. Fuck every other thing, but every 4 years you're gonna come back like we talk shit, nigga. USA.
Somebody was like, but there's no USA shooters. I said, there isn't. Like, where's the?
I think one of them got gold, and I think it was from like the long shot or something like that. And we was like, everybody was like, about time.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So far, the Olympics, I think all the stuff that came out was dramatized, and then a cameraman zooming up on some girl's booty. Cause I was like, good cameraman. He knew the angles. And that's usually it. Oh, and the runner who did the Kamehameha. Everybody was like, he's an anime fan.
Yeah.
I said,
big weeb energy through this Olympics. I've seen stuff on whether it's for Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and shit like that. Like anime has run its gauntlet through the Olympics, and it's wonderful, especially when niggas get gold and shit like that. You can't. That's why we get pissed off when niggas come into space and talk some disrespectful because nerds is worldwide. You can't shut it down acting like Hooba and this shit in 2024. Nigga, Olympic champions, what?
Olympic champions, baby.
Like, yep.
And I think the biggest or corniest thing was Simone Biles putting her gold medal on her husband and somebody getting mad, and that was kind of it. And the internet was like, "Why y'all getting mad at this?"
Y'all can't talk to the GOAT. The niggas that can't do a cartwheel can't talk to the GOAT. She's certified. And not only that, she brought back up the beef with Rocco and Elmo. Did y'all see?
Did she?
Yo, she did a video with Elmo, and she was like, "I want to take a photo with somebody perfect." And then Elmo was all prepped and ready and shit like that. And she brought out Rocco, and Elmo was about to say a slur. Elmo was about to say a slur. He looked at her the way he eyeballed her. Looked up and down. He said, "Oh, you want to take a picture, Rock?"
He's about to say it. I'm like, Elmo is voiced or was voiced by a black man.
Elmo been beefing with Rocco since '99. How the fuck this rivalry been going on for 25 years in the public? Let's fucking go.
Listen, it's a forever beef. It ain't ending no time soon.
This beef is almost older than us. Like, this shit's crazy.
I'm
crazy,
for real. Beefing with a Rock is crazy. And I remember watching the beef.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, why is he mad at a Rock? I don't get it.
Miles gets it, man. The GOAT is GOAT, Supreme GOAT.
Supreme GOAT.
Supreme GOAT.
That is.
But nonetheless. All right, so in the last bit of news we got SummerSlam recap on us on the wrestling front. Shit was hot. Shit was fire. Triple H's booking is still on peak and shit like that. WWE is in this hottest period. Shit is looking up. SummerSlam looked great.
And this is this all after the Vince McMahon allegations?
He up out of there and Triple H is up in there, and WWE has never been better. As a fan, me and co-host, WWE's never been hotter. Like this is like Attitude Era level hot. Like it's super hot.
They know how to distract people from the stupid. They're like, hey, no. We're here for entertainment. You must have got us fucked up.
Pretty much. But on top of that,
I have also what you finish, I have something.
Oh, okay, go. All right. Just the last two bits. They just announced a new Sentai anime project. We've been asking for Power Rangers and Sentai to have its own anime, and everybody under the isekai or the romance or the dark parody have grabbed it and turned it into something. So I think an anime called The Red Rangers and Adventure or something like that is coming out in January 2025. So if you want your anime Sentai kick, that's gonna be over there. And my last bit of news I got is shout outs to My Hero Academia that they manga just finished. So that's the end of an era right there. Another piece of the manga history done closed up. My Hero done ended on I think last Sunday and shit like that. And 10-year run. That's the thing. So
That's beautiful. Like if people out here, I'm gonna give this to the anime community. If you want an anime to finish and you're not a fan of One Piece of blah blah blah, you can watch My Hero. It ends until it comes back.
Pretty much.
And then you're gonna be the Naruto fans. You'll realize why they're mad.
Yeah, Boruto all day. But yes. Go ahead, co-host. You said you had one last bit.
Oh yeah. So speaking of things closing for us video game fans after 30 years, Game Informer says goodbye.
Yeah, talk about memories of getting my GameStop card and having that shit come in the monthly, or whether I was at college or at home or shit like that. Shit was crazy. Seeing Game Informer say goodbye is crazy.
God, I remember Game Informer at like Barnes and Nobles and shit, and like Shonen Jump mags, and I'm like, what? And now they're gone. I remember just people talking about Game Informer, and actually, I think I had my brothers had a couple of Game Informers. I said, yo, what the fuck? Yep. And now it's over. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, motherfuckers is like it's magazines, but I'm like, yo, Game Informer, stay online. You know what I'm saying? Do digital magazines. Stay in business somehow.
That's
I guess. Yeah, they said that's it,
away.
man. They said they can't do it no more. That's it, man. End of an era right there. Truly, man. Shit's crazy. Damn. But yeah, thanks, co-host, for that one. And that wraps up nerd and reboot news all together, closed out. And now it's time. It's time for the main event segment of the evening. The part that we got the guest on for, the guest suggested piece of relevant content, since we're gonna do something from Netflix, but nonetheless we're gonna be doing a guest anime stylish kind of review here today. We're gonna be doing Blue Eye Samurai episode 1, and before we tap into that same episode 1, we're gonna spit out some fast facts. So the history on Blue Eye Samurai is it's an adult animation action TV series made by and for Netflix, genre under the action adventure drama, made by a husband and wife team of Michael Green and Amber Nozomi, worked on by a French studio called Blue Spirit, started November 13 of 2023 and been renewed for a season 2 with 8 episodes, which its basic premise boils down to a revenge story of an outcast samurai trying to find those who done them wrong. So we can go into episode 1 and let's go break down Hammer Scale.
Hey, so the episode starts with our lovely Netflix logo. Come on, y'all, no sharing.
Yep. Oh yeah. Policing that shit now.
Oh yeah.
Right. We see some background. We see some firecracker, and they're telling us about how way back when Japan closed off its borders in 1633, and they said, which I was like, wow, it's like not Japan.
Yeah, this is back then when Japan was an became an isolated country.
Yeah, they didn't want no other influence.
The way they said it, they said citizens would never see a white face or any face that was not Japanese.
Yep. That was a wild, mean, hard ass line.
Right, then we see some hammer hit metal, and then we get our intro to our main character here.
We got the more like you said, when we see the creation of the story, we got the more messages. There was like a child born mixed race would be considered less than human, pitiable, immoral. Then we see the kids try to play with this person, and another message came up. From these times rose a legend of a swordsman, of a sword, of revenge. And then we open on the title of Blue Eye Samurai.
Yeah, pitiable, impure. I was like, yo, woo.
Shit it was trying to hit the point.
And then we see those snot-nosed kids actually try to throw a rock. I'm like, ooh.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that. Got scared or ran away.
Yep. So we on our person. Since we're tackling episode 1, we on this person. This is a mystery person that pulls up to a what would you say? This is a dumpling shop.
I think so. Yeah.
So here we're introduced to my personal favorite character. Hello, Ringo and his father.
Yo,
man, Ringo is this nigga Ringo, man.
Best. He is best boy.
Yes, he is truly best.
See all how the noodles are made, and he ain't got no hands. Somehow still creating
hardest out here. Get here, make you the perfect best soba noodles out here.
Right. I like Ringo. I ain't like how everybody was doing him.
Oh, exactly.
His pops talking about, yo, Ringo, custom a big hat. I'm like,
fuck Ringo's father, man. Throw that nigga in jail, some shit. So Ringo greets the mystery person and talks a lot. That's the personality of Ringo. He gonna just keep run on sentences and shit like that. But he a good boy. So he talks a lot, but he mean no. And
somebody trying to trip him up. What's going on with that?
Oh yeah. Ringo. So Ringo is basically, he only got nubs, no hands / fingers and stuff like that. But he said bad tea, great sober, balls. He tells the customers as it is, and then we got the other customers messing with him. That janky old motherfucker that reveals himself later that he owns women and he tries to sell them and shit like that.
He's slave traders, yeah. Or
yep. Well, pretty much, yeah. He trying to pull these women out. He trying to pimp them out, yeah.
Yeah. So pimps at this moment, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Ringo and his dad trying to get certain folks out of there before they start any kind of trouble. And the mystery person over there, our samurai, enjoying the hell out of them sober.
Yo, she's garfing it.
Yeah, take a sip and then go, oh shit. So he trying to go around and shit like that, and then he goes and messes with Ringo, and some of the stuff starts to spill on the customer. And he argues with Ringo, and he berates the father and stuff. And then more stuff starts to spill on the customer. And then he pulls out a gun on Ringo. Fuck, man.
Gun is crazy at this time.
So he said he hot. Yeah, he said he hot you, man. The flesh trader,
right? And so at this point, our mystery person gets up. It's like,
that's
I like this soup. What you not about to do is mess with my food.
In fact, and you got a nice gun. Let me see what's good with that gun.
My dead ass does got a nice ass gun. Yeah. I was like, where the fuck you get this gun from?
Exactly, especially in this timeline. Where you get this gun from?
Yeah, like
ain't no influence from nothing. Where you get a gun from?
Like, this does not look Japanese.
That's what I'm saying. He smells American.
Smells like the white boy.
It smells like bald eagle, nigga.
And then
smells like tea and crumpets.
It smells like red, white, and blue, nigga. Where you from? Where you from? Represent, nigga.
I was like, is this the Queen's making? This ain't the Emperor's.
What you do?
Yeah. He's like, He's like, and the old boy was like, yeah, that would be illegal. He's like, so
yeah, man. Yeah. So he said, oh, you want to test it? You want to test a mystery, nigga? Huh? All right, let's see.
Yeah. And our mystery person's like, yeah, I heard of you. Like, never leaves the village without buying daughters.
Nasty work.
Yeah. I ain't done so much about it. He's like, maybe I've been following you. So
man
he's like,
puts down his gun, eats his little soba.
Yeah. And then he tries to test our protagonist, but then he was like, oh, yo, you ain't about to stress out this blade. You ain't worth this blade. You barely worth the blade I'm about to cut you with. Take out the butcher knife and shink, 2 fingers go flying off.
Oh my god, that was hollering. This moment was the best. First of all, that was precision slice off the 2 front fingers, and then the gun itself. I said,
yep.
And the way the fingers fell on the plate, I was like, and the old boy was hollering.
Yep. And then just straight on that shit, talking about who your supplier.
Filthy gun from a filthy
fact. Gave up Heiji Shindo like instantly.
Yeah. He's like, I just want to know where you got it from. Who sold it to you? And he of course, he blurred it out.
Because he's stressed.
Yeah. He don't want no more fingers cut off.
Nope. So right after that, they show that like right after our mystery person gets the knowledge, they show off straight off their blue eyes. And the disrespect came out of that voice. He stopped hollering and he was like, nah, you get out of my face, you Onryo.
Yep.
Onryo at this time means half blood. So you're
pretty much calling a motherfucker a nigga.
and for that, he got 2 more fingers cut.
And then best boy over here goes like, well, hold on, who's that?
Ringo said, I'm impressed. He done packed up his whole life. He said, fuck you, daddy.
He said, bye-bye.
Hopped out, son. Ringo knows what's the next plan of attack.
Everybody thought Ash Ketchum was leaving the house at 10. This man leaving the house with no hands. I said, damn.
Look, Ma, no hands. I'm ready to become a samurai. Listen, man. Man. Ringo said, I'm not blocking God's blessing. Somebody came into my lap and I'm ready to go. Like, Ringo said, I didn't need a shower. I didn't need the next day. I didn't need to think it over. Fuck you, daddy.
Right.
go in the
He's like, he ain't even say nothing to his mom. He just like grabbed the stuff and left.
You did it.
And said, "I'm
Going
out."
to be a samurai.
And then what's crazy is he follows the mystery samurai, and the samurai presses him like, "What are you?"
Yo, I love how Ringo goes on a run-on sentence, but it totally makes sense because the samurai didn't know where they was going. But then Ringo was like, me and my dad goes on this path all the time, so I know the short. So yeah, of course I'm gonna. You thought you was walking for hours, but I was walking like 10 minutes, and I caught straight up to you.
Yeah.
Like you kind of need me. I know this forest.
It's like, you don't know where you going, what you doing.
Samurai pretty much told him like, nah, go home, bro.
Samurai was like, bro, I ain't with it at all. Ringo's like, I want to be your apprentice.
Yeah, Ringo was like, I hate home.
Samurai takes a deep breath, breathe through careful. Think that out.
Samurai was like, Ringo, you're a typhoon. Like I'm trying to go through a storm, and you're a typhoon. You're gonna ruin everything.
Yo, he basically said,
big guy
could throw a crane off course, and he looked at Ringo and said, "You are a typhoon," and just kept walking.
That was a disrespectful bar. That was a bar nonetheless.
That's a strong bar right there.
Yeah.
You just know it, and it means a lot. You gotta read in the context.
Yeah, but Ringo didn't read the room or what he said next, because Ringo was like, "Yeah, I can relate because we're both deformed," and I was like, "Oh, you calling Samurai deformed because of the eyes? Boy, that shit was a mistake."
Mm-hmm. Tied him up to a tree.
I'm like,
yep. Ringo got tied up, but yo, in pure good best boy fashion, Ringo was tied up, but Ringo was like, oh well, started whistling. Ringo's great, man. The Ringo, if you need to sell me on like Ringo in 5 minutes, already best guy.
He's calm, collected. It's a good character trait to have, especially in a story that is very dark like Blue Eyes.
Oh, facts. And you need that comedy and stuff like that, and somebody to be like gravitas and human like and stuff. So shout out to Ringo and that. But yeah, the next scene after Ringo gets tied up and get left there, the samurai goes into the temple to pray for guidance, and they pray for guidance to find their enemy, and they speak of the sword father.
You know what's wild, Nick?
What?
Seeing these in anime form and having seen them in real life, it hit different.
Yeah, I've been to Japan. I forgot about that.
Yep.
That's a trip that me and my wife are definitely planning. I can't lie,
bro. Once again, like I said earlier, boy, we went at the right time because the yen is rising and shit's getting more expensive. Boy,
I heard they had to raise the yen by 25% because the stock market affected it.
Yeah.
And boy, it was really a good time to be there.
We was living life out there.
Now y'all about to go, and it's about the painful experience.
They're showing a blue comet coming towards the planet as it's
Oh yeah, so that's the flashback of the samurai back in the day as a young person being chased off by the terrible ass fucking bullies. Jesus Christ, man.
Children.
They wild bullets for chasing a kid to a cliff, and they violate and talk about your mama killing themselves and your daddy white and you are orphan. Like, damn.
Like, it's 5-on-1. I'm like, y'all ain't shit.
And already talking shit about your dead mama and shit. Like, bro, you already got the motherfucker over a cliff. Y'all really these are one of them Stephen King bullies that be murdering off a rip. Like, what you doing?
And it can't lie. At the time, this type of discrimination in Japan was strong. Like, Japan did not like. People think Japan likes white people now. No, they hated white people and they hated anyone who was a foreigner, especially if you were black. So
bro,
it's
I love how they opened this show telling you straight off back what it was and what it was in that time and era. That just shows that if you was any slightly kind of different, because they was like, look at this person, round eyes, not like our eyes. It's like, jeez, bro, just breaking it down. Like, damn, you couldn't be half blood, no nothing.
If you wasn't pure, it was a problem.
Yep, no pure, all problems, nigga.
And you know what? There's some. I'm gonna say this reference. There's a lot of people that think like this in all the races. There's a lot of people that think like this. Black, white, Indian, Asian. To this day, a lot of people think like this.
There's an extremist in every part of every. Yeah, but yeah, like you were saying, they they was getting ready to jump him while that meteor, that blue nice meteor, is coming down to Earth.
Pick up the rock. The rock is where I draw the line. So he's about to bash his brains
That's
in.
what I'm
my
saying.
God.
These are some Stephen King ass bullies. Like, they are really ready to. It wasn't enough that you already chased the motherfucker to the end of a cliff. You're ready to bash the motherfucker in. Like, y'all,
Right.
what the fuck wrong with y'all?
Then
Right
the
after you
then the
tried it, he
meteor
kicked you and
hit.
sent you flying.
When the meteor hit, they're like, "Oh my God, he summoned a meteor."
Yo, I can definitely see them thinking that.
Yeah, because they already think he's a freak. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, he's had devil powers. That
Mhm.
shit.
And
is
and
crazy.
blue eyes, blue media. Come on,
Right?
They doing a podcast spitting the conspiracy theorists right now. Blue eyes, blue
He
media,
summoned the meteor.
blue samurai. Oh my god.
I'm like, the blue fire, the devil.
Yep. Blue white man.
America. Oh my God.
Red, white, and blue, nigga. Oh, red, white, and blue.
Oh,
I love how this old man comes and he's like,
Yeah.
hot fire, taps it. I was like, what
He
is
said,
this?
this metal.
he's like, he wants to hear, like, is this metal? Oh, it's metal.
This
Okay.
shit sounds so good. It's gonna go great in my collection. But he couldn't lift it, and then we got our flashback young samurai coming in to help and carry it on the barrel and shit like that.
Now, my thinking is, I was like, it's raining. I was like, okay, because otherwise, I like this thing would be still hot.
Oh yeah, facts. I don't know, man. I guess they caught it at the right time where the steam was boiling off, because they grabbed that shit instantly. And I guess either they had that man's hands was hot from working all day. He don't even feel it no more. Or I don't know, man. Or maybe they beat the shit out of the young samurai's hands or something, but they wasn't feeling shit off that hot rock.
I think part of me is like, maybe the rain cooled it off as
That's what I was
soon as
thinking
it
too.
landed.
Probably.
Maybe, and then
the
you
rain
go to
kinda
this
heavy.
hut. Yeah, it's some heavy ass.
Yeah. Old man couldn't pick it up.
submarine.
They had to do it. Thank God they had that barrel.
I like the scene where the child looks at the blades and sees this old man just caressing this rock like it's a lover.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I mean, that's why that's the sword father. So like, we go back. We after they pick it up, they go back to the old man's home. He feeds them and then asks the young flashback samurai just to go, but I guess they have no home to go to technically. So he asks them to go, but they don't want to go and stuff like that. So old man is blind, and he calls the metal just strange and knocks it around and shit like that. The young kid like kind of plays and acts like he's about to leave, but like they go straight into a corner and just kind of sleeps there. So I guess pretty much because of the sound waves and this person being blind, he probably figured they were still in there.
Oh, yeah, he knew he was there.
He knew he was there because he could still hear strange metal.
Yeah, when you lose one sense, the others get heightened. So,
oh,
yeah,
definitely.
he knew he was there.
He sensed that shit like Toph from Avatar. So the old man is up working on a fire and stuff like that, and then him knowing that the child is around, he was like, wish somebody could bring some tea. He said, then I hope somebody will bring me my tongs,
The
longer ones, and hammer out these impurities for me. And also,
that had me cracking up.
This nigga kept rolling on that shit.
Yo, that part had me cracking up.
And nigga already put that motherfucker to work. He said, "You want to sleep around here? You think you sleeping for free, buddy?"
Yeah.
Cold morning.
Facts. Thirsty morning, because I wish anybody would bring me some motherfucking tea.
I said tea, sir.
Tea, baby. Shit, I guess I'm talking to the birds.
So then we got our young samurai swinging to him, right? And he missed. He's like, it would be nice if someone kept proper time. I'm like,
the smacking. Every time he smacked the samurai, that shit had me laughing.
For real.
I said, do this right. Oh shit. So after a couple of times of working on that, we flash forward back to the samurai in present days, and they check it. So they on their way to the next part of wherever they go in an adventure, and you got the security people blocking it off. They checking for a travel pass, and like a poor a mother and her child trying to get through, but they got the passes from their now deceased husband and shit like that. But they were like, we need your husband to be here. She's like, my husband dead. did. And it's the only thing he left us. We just trying to get through. We hungry. We trying to get through. They was like, nah, ain't no go.
Your chaperone. I was
need to feed my child. It was like, nah, that's the rules. You ain't coming through.
And then we got the samurai pulling up. They pull up with a couple of chains so they can rob, and they go through. And at first, I was wondering. I thought the samurai was going to do something then and there, but like they just left them sad and just right there. I was like, God,
in a country where people already despise you, do you feel like even helping out?
I know, yeah, I get it, but it was like just the way how that scene was framed out at that point. I was like, when the samurai just walked past, I was like, God damn, this is a cold world.
Bribery is alive and well.
Yep, definitely for sure. So the samurai pulls up and they trying to find someone in Kyoto. They're trying to find the Shindo dojo, and they run into some asshole members on their horses trying to run over motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So they give the information, and the samurai goes off to find out who they seeking. But now before they walk through that motherfucking brothel.
Oh, this is my favorite part, yo. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that brothel grabbed that motherfucking samurai up quick. They dragged them in. They said, nah, you ain't need no direction. You exactly beat. Tried to rough up on them all, and the samurai was like, I ain't with that shit. And they was like, yo, you can take a load off. You don't need to know where the dojo at, and you could just come chill with us. And samurai wasn't feeling that shit at all. Even when they try to grab a certain thing.
Listen, before that, can we talk about how old dude got chucked out? Everything exposed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dick swinging the shit. Nigga got tossed and whole dick, whole meat, no sensor, whole tiny meat.
No sensor at all.
That's how
this anime is real as.
Oh yeah, they were showing when niggas is naked, you gonna see all parts of them, parts of them. And boy, yo, that man got flung dick first. Yo, that shit was funny.
Yo,
say you ain't got no more money. Get the fuck out of here.
Flung that nigga dick first, broke and dick first is wild.
Yo, shit. And these two girls was wild. They're like, yeah, no, this not the dojo. This the Shindo house.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
They was like, nah, listen, you can test your sword skill here, and we can polish the tip for you. I was like, oh,
that shit crazy. But samurai wasn't losing on nothing. They was like, you a strange one. Samurai was holding tough, and then all you hear is a whole commotion going on in the background. And Ringo been following. I don't know how Ringo untied himself,
right?
But Ringo been following. Ringo got through. He got through the fucking guards and everything without causing motion. Ringo's up here, and Samurai turns and was like, "How much for 3 days?" And boy, they give Ringo something.
They give him how much?
Listen, this is a way to keep him occupied.
Listen, in my notes, I said Ringo gets to feel up on some peaches and pumpkins.
Yo, this man had 2 ladies, and he was like, you know what? I am a virgin,
bro. They taught him well, man. They said you could put the hand on here. This is the pumpkin. This is peaches. He said, "Ooh."
He was like, peaches. "Ooh, I don't have hands, but you know this is nice."
Shit. The name of this episode about to be peaches and pumpkins. But boy, listen.
He's like, samurai who?
Samurai, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The way how Samurai done paid for my nights. It's one thing to be an apprentice here, man. I think I'm benefiting from this workmanship. I think I need to follow the Samurai further.
He ain't thinking about no apprentice, nothing.
Shit, he did. Shit afterwards.
I love the moment when the samurai's walking on the bridge and they spot beautiful woman in a cart, and she spots the samurai at the same time.
Royalty passed by.
This eye lock moment to me was like, what are y'all setting up here? Like, what's the setup here? I wanted to know 100%.
Shout outs to the voice actor of the one who's playing the princess. Y'all know who that is?
It slips my mind.
That's Brenda's song.
Yeah.
That's Brenda's song. Yo, her voice acting in this is tremendous.
She killed this. Shout out to Brenda's song.
She killed it, yo.
She the best.
Wendy Wu came through, baby.
She know her roots. She's like, I got this.
Facts.
I
She
got
said,
this.
I gotta be on this. So yeah. So royalty passed by. It is. I love the dichotomy of the scene.
Brenda song as
before you know,
Akima.
before you know what it reveals later on in the episode. But like royalty passed by, you see the dichotomy of the two there and stuff like that, and it's cool. The girl, and then we cut to the girl in there, the royalty princess, and she's trying to figure out what she's trying to tell her father. She's trying to spin something to her father while she on travels and shit like that. And then we cut through her walking to the path over to talk to her father with her handler Seki, and they walk in, and she's trying to spit off this whole ideal and try to talk to her father, and then she runs into her messy baby brother Tomei, and her father is having a great time with her little brother acting out and shit like that. He said, "You gonna be a great lord one day." You already know what time he's on because he done bypassed his daughter altogether. He said, "I got me a son. You know what it is. My son's ruling, of course, duh."
Now he left his baby doesn't.
That's how it is in these royal families.
Misogyny up ass. What?
Takeki's voiced by Star Trek alumni. I forget his name, but he's a famous Star Trek actor.
Wow.
Yeah, shout outs to voice acting. The voice cast is all pretty stacked. But yeah, nah, he not with anything that his daughter's trying to sell. He's like
I'm just having my son. He's like,
bro, he's spinning a tale about their wealth is built up from pig farmers to royalty. He says she's ungrateful. She don't know what it's like to live a full life and go through, stress and turmoil. You need to listen to your father, and whoever I give you, I'm gonna give you a husband, because if you don't get married off, I'm gonna send you to the whole house. Like he was wilding, bro.
Just imagine being royalty and then not listen to your mom and dad and be like, all right, you go to the whorehouse now.
That ass. He said she married. He said I either need you to be married or you gonna join the brothel. That's wild.
I'm sending you to Shingo house.
No white should have brains. You should just listen to me. I was like, oh my god, see, this is misogyny, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts, bro. He wasn't fucking with nothing. He said either you get married or you gonna be teaching some niggas about peaches and pumpkins.
Man called his daughter or had the symbol of a pig, and she said, "Am I a pig, father?" I said, "Oh, you gonna learn."
So she tried to hit him with all kinds of rebuttals, and then she tried to put on the butters on him. She tried to butter him up and shit like that, talking about how she not smart enough and shit like that. She using the strategy, and she low key, she was like, all right, how about a fine, respectable samurai out here, one that's undefeated, maybe he can challenge, for my love and shit, my heart and shit like that. How about somebody by, maybe the name of Tiger, shit like that, and she playing this shit all together. He was like, you know what? There was somebody on my roster that Seki was trying to bring to me. Yeah, it's that man Tiger. Maybe he might be a best fit for that shit. And the plans all coming together, because in the next scene we got Tiger and pop up or on Akimi's ass and shit like that, and they share their gifts because they already boyfriend and girlfriend. She done played her father like Boo Boo the Fool.
Of course she did.
Of course. She maneuvered all this shit trying to get her boyfriend on the high ups, man.
So her boss was trying to do, and she was like, "Nah, I can't have none of it."
Trying to level that man up. Trying to get something.
Big fucking time.
Tigan voiced by Darren Barton.
All right, respect to that. And this is when the time he finds out instantly that they about to be engaged. That he gave his blessings and shit like that. So Tigan's hyped, about to get this money.
About to level up in the class system of Japan. He's like, I'm about to be working with the nobles and a samurai. I'm about to have the house, the cows, the farm. I'm about to be lit, living in a big house.
My finesse skills is great. So in the midst of this, we got the samurai arriving at the dojo. They don't, you got somebody like blocking the path and stuff like that, looking at the peephole. They said they don't want no students, but the samurai said, I got a message from the head of the school and stuff like that, and they want in. So they let him in, and we see training going down all around and stuff like that. And then samurai pulls up to the messengers, and he's like, yo, you can leave the message with me, and you can come back, or you could go out and come back at a time. But it was like samurai standing 10 toes down on this shit. No messages will be left with messengers. It will only be directly to the head samurai.
This is crazy. You see guys meditating there, and you see a family drinking tea. I said, this is the training when they training with real swords and cutting fighting each
yeah.
other. Oh shit!
All encompasses here and shit like that. So before they try to throw out the samurai during the conversation, samurai invokes the hospitality rule that makes them stay for a bit as long as they get like a nice warm meal, and then they get to throw them out afterward. So in the midst of that, we get the samurai flashback to days of watching training, where the sword father shows how the sword must come out and things placed in correct order. The present of making swords and knives. What is a sword? A line between life and death, and a samurai's soul. Breakdown of everything that's important to a samurai and shit like that. So they got the sword father got young samurai out here forced to make 1,000 kitchen knives and sign each of them with their insignia and shit like that. So samurai does this over the next few years, and you see the age gradually grow up. We get an older young samurai and stuff like that. And sword master been trying to break down this metal that came from the sky, the meteorite metal, for like years, but that shit not working.
So this was another thing that hit different after our adventure out there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, bro, it's just the mere fact of you see people swing swords like it's nothing, and you completely forget the weight of a sword, of an actual legit sword, and you start to realize, damn, these niggas is moving with lightning speed with these strikes. Like, how the fuck they doing this? This shit is heavy.
When they say they were training every day to wield something that heavy, I believe it. I believe, and for someone to cut the human body, and they cutting bamboo. So imagine that just cutting a person.
Listen, bro.
God.
When we did the practice session over in Japan and stuff like that, they had the shit that we had to cut through is of the same validity of human skin. So that, like, when we got to cut through, and there was some times I had to cut through a couple of things that it got stuck. Then I kept thinking of when somebody cuts an arm and you get stuck in the meat and bone or shit like that. That's exactly how it feels.
Yeah, for real.
So, it's just definitely hitting different.
Watching the making of swords. Oh my
it's
God.
beautiful. I love blacksmith work. You guys have ever watched Man at Arms? The ones that
I watched a couple of videos.
Yeah. I love when they used to like do anime like swords and shit like that all around, or swords throughout history and shit like that. Watching the blacksmiths work to get certain kind of metals and get shit together and crack it in certain ways. It's beautiful work, man.
Think about making these swords, right?
Yeah.
What little limited tech they had.
Yeah. Or how long that process must have came out, and how many times they had to burn themselves to do that shit. Like, you had to be one of them classics. Like, that shit. Sword making this shit is just one of those things.
It's an art form.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch.
It's
like cooking.
Yeah, and as in the show here, as he's showing up on the kitchen knife with the balance, and he says, your craftsman's work is good, but not perfect. And the young samurai gets sad. I'm like, damn, not perfect. What's perfect for y'all? He's like, the weight and the balance, the sound on the vibrations. I said, what? The blade? How are you doing
on the blade? Yep. And the only person that can tell shit like that is him, because ain't nobody gonna specify that shit unless they're detailing in the sounding of each sword.
Making 1,000 fucking kitchen knives until
before you can start
an actual sword. You know what? That's some training, because if you're making a kitchen knife, you definitely will be making a blade that will cut even better.
This one also hit for us going through all those times, because remember, co-host, all those times we going through all those meat markets and stuff like that, and they were showing us all the talented knives that they had and all the skills of the knives. It's like that's one step right before they get to the blade, and you like, yo, these are some fine ass knives that they cut prime time sushi with, man.
Oh, I want me a nice Japanese set from Japan. Just a nice. I don't care. They're like, oh, this is okay set. I want me a nice Japanese cutting
set, right?
Nice cutting set. Because I'm already using like my wife's like our kitchen cutlery, but I'm like, nah, I want me a nice cutting set.
100%. Totally.
When I start cooking, I'm like, I need me something good to start cooking with, so I can feel strong. Be in my kitchen like, this is my blades. No one touches me.
Facts, man. And then when you make a meal, make sure you send us over, bro. Whenever you make that good meal, send some to Blerd By Nature way.
Yo, listen, when I'm back officially in the city, I got ya. I definitely got ya. I got like 4 specials. I got chicken fried rice. I got me some egg fried rice, spaghettis, and some grilled chicken.
Sign me up.
I got 4 specials.
Nigga, I ain't looking to get horse in the mouth, man. You come through with the meals, and I will be eating them.
Copy, brother.
Yeah, nah, but definitely. But stepping back in the show, so we see that that Sword Master been breaking down that metal for years, not working, and they are also we see the apprentice out here practicing with the sword. Master thinks that they are stealing because they hear the metal going down, but nah, the samurai out here practicing, but they practicing for revenge.
Yep. So he finally explains to the Sword Master why he's training.
This shit had me crying. They was trying to explain themselves to the master, and the master's like, "Yeah, I know you ugly." What?
Some senses. I don't know how, but
nigga said, "I know you ugly. You don't gotta explain that to me." I'm like, "Damn, nigga."
I'm like, he can't see. He's like, "I know you ugly, but I can't see." So everybody ugly to me.
So they got around to explaining that there was a mix of they explained it. I like how they explained it that they're of mixed metal. That they explained that there was 4 white men who one of them is their father that birthday that they went around smashing their mom and they left them pregnant and a whole bunch of drama ensued and shit like that. But she knows only of the 4 white men that showed in the village. So one of them got to be their deadbeat daddy that they trying to murder. But they vowed to take all the white men. Fuck all them white men. This scene has been brought to you by that one scene in Pocahontas. Don't trust those white men over yonder.
This scene in Pocahontas.
Pretty much.
Those white men.
They're impregnating our women. Do not trust the white men over yonder.
Don't trust them white niggas over there.
Yonder.
And then what the Sword Master says really was touching. He's like, what did I teach you about steel? He's like, it's made from soft and hard. He's like, no, made pure and
pure and impure. Right.
Yep.
I love the teachings of the sword because it really takes from the Jap perspective, and it really is like all teaching methods and come.
Oh, big time.
Right. And so he went on to say, you may be something shameful, but you may also be very strong. And I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. So after pledging kind of the revenge and stuff like that, because the young apprentice's mind ain't gonna change on that. The master said, fuck it, I'll allow you to train at night.
And then when he started with cutting them bamboos, I was like, ha.
Oh, bro. Between that and then the mere fact the motherfucker got the weights on, the weights can have me, Sean. The weights,
that's beautiful.
Combos, chopping wood. I was like, the moment the weights come on, I was like, that motherfucker fast as fuck.
I got Goku vibes from that.
I got Rock Lee vibes.
Me too. I just thought of all anime in general because I was like, wait, those actually work for you? But it works because there's people who don't believe weighted training works. But man, I remember using these in gym class.
Weighted training.
Man, Martin, remember I think I had gym class with you where I had like weights around my arms.
That's where we met. It was gym class. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I had weights around my arm, man, missions always felt heavy every time I was doing something and then doing extra. Afterwards, running, speed punching.
I picture you two in gym class together.
the second that shit kicks off.
Yo,
everybody wants that Rock Lee moment when you drop weights and you fast as fuck for no reason.
Hell yeah, because it really does show. It's like, something's been holding me back.
Oh, facts. Nothing better, especially in the trope of anime, than you having some shit that holds you back and you get smacked up and you take that shit off and you like, all right, now the real battle begins. Oh shit.
It's like, this man was just fighting regular, right? Bang, 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 bang.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna see some of that later.
Oh, fact. So yeah, so we after a whole bunch of training goes down, we flash back forward and the samurai they trying to push the samurai out, and the samurai not fucking with that shit at all. And bro, we start to get this fight ensues that they call the school technique trash. The samurai takes up a wooden sword, and bruh, where this shit gets messy.
He bopped this first dude. Bopped him, said tag. Tag. With his hand.
Nigga, the Wing Chun technique and shit.
I got a question. Darnell, was this what you was trying to do in that gym class?
Technically, no. You know what? Yes, kind of like just like a tap, like I'm trying to tap him.
And then you see the result.
Oh, broke his. Oh my God.
Well, I wasn't gonna go that far, but once again, these are one of those things where we have to bring up the chart again. You fuck around and you find out.
You find out. Man, he was really breaking them with this.
Oh, what the fuck? Like, the one that had the first one that got the arm popped out and you saw the bone? Yo, what the fuck?
The kneecap. Man's foot. I said his foot. Bro, popped the dude's jaw.
Yeah, the teeth that were
teeth flying. I'm like, bruh.
They're like, what the fuck? I'm like,
talk about the one that got his teeth popped out and then the knock straight into some other motherfucker's eye. How you using a motherfucker's teeth as a combo to blind the other nigga? That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, the skill here is amazing.
Oh, facts. And talking shit about a whole school while you flexing the whole school. That's so sad.
Man bopped the sword off the floor and smacked him in the face. I said, Wolverine Deadpool.
That definitely gave me his vibes.
Also, it gave me the vibes of the iconic. Do you guys know about Ip Man?
Yeah.
The 1 versus the 10 where he used Wong Chung and took out the motherfuckers in the iconic ass scene.
I never watched the first. I think I watched the first Ip Man.
You don't even have to watch the first. It's the famous. It's the YouTube clip of literally that 1 on 10 where he just literally floors and it's just a bloody mess.
I was like, this man was wilding. He's like, I just wanted my rice.
Facts. It's literally the same shit. And now you guys. I just wanted to talk to the teacher. Now you guys is gonna get folded.
This one shit right here is like this. Watching this Blue Eye Samurai. He pops the dude's teeth out of his mouth with the blade. I said, crazy. Nah,
shit's crazy.
You gonna have wooden teeth for the rest of your life.
And it's 16 something. They gonna have to put that shit the hard way.
Beep 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 beep.
So the messenger gets an actual sword and they warn of fighting back, but the sassy ass samurai was like, "Oh, we fighting with real swords, but you should beware because you would die." Talking all types of shit, man. And it was even funny as we don't even get to see the samurai fucking up the messenger. All we see is Tiger out here chilling with his boys,
chilling with these hoes,
celebrating and shit like that. Yeah, I'm about to get paid, nigga.
Man, open up the door with a big scar on his face, like, Tiger, I got my ass beat.
That messenger came in like, nigga, this nigga's real. Tiger, we need you.
Yo, when Tiger came in and the samurai saw him, he was like, "Oh word, I wasn't planning for this, but shoot, you won."
Oh, yeah. Tiger pulled up and
this moment is interesting.
And the flashback kicks off straight in. Like the samurai saw Tiger and was like, "You the motherfucking bully that almost hit me with the goddamn rock."
I'm like, how bro remembered him is beyond me, but I'm like,
it's one of them things that stars in your memory. It's the way he was standing and shit like that. All came to. It was like I feel fuckboy vibes from you.
Listen, he was like, you wasn't on the agenda, but man, listen, I've
been trying to whoop that ass.
That samurai said, "Say less." I was not expecting to see you again, but I got a chance to cut you up.
Man said, once he said, "Do I know you?" That was like, huh? Oh, you don't know him? You forgot
It's literally the Thanos. It's the Thanos scene. You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, the son was like, "Who?" He was like, "Oh."
They start brawling right now.
Yup. And then when they start in the midst of them scrapping, Tiger notices the eyes, and once the eyes get shown out, they get real murdery about that. They was like, you can't let this unreal leave.
I'm half blood whooping you.
Frogs, you got to kill that motherfucker.
Beat Tiger trying. Tiger like, who is this man? Trying to beat his ass. Our mysterious samurai doing what they gotta do.
They getting into the real sword time.
When he throws the wooden sword and cracks him, I said, damn, Tiger got some skill.
Yeah,
I mean, his wifey was hyping him up for a reason. She said that motherfucker undefeated. He should be ready for the king consort and shit like that. Like Like, bro, she was hyping that nigga up for a reason. She said, I ain't giving up these princess buns for nothing. You can't rub on these peaches for nothing, nigga.
Man said, kill him, threw him the sword, and now we out in the snow. The snow
yeah,
falling around. This is the true samurai moment. Like, one of those Kurosawa films. Like, time to get ready for the slice.
Big respect.
Son, they was both like, yo, I've been waiting mad long for this.
He pulled out. The samurai pulled out the blade, and instantly he was like, "That's a Master H blade. What the fuck?"
He's like, Tiger was like, "Oh shit, I might have
pulled out his blade."
I like
beautiful craftsmanship.
Oh, definitely. That shit was worth the wait for the reveal. But I also like the visualization of the way how the samurai was working, how I can step to this, because they were saying like pretty much 1,000 ways to die, because they were like, if I step this way, I'm getting shanked. If I step this way, I'm getting stabbed. If I step this way, I'm getting slaughtered here. Like, samurai is trying to figure out like 1,000 ways to figure out this. This
is literally how they do it before they go into the how they would describe in those battles. He's getting ready for that strike and it's coming. He's like, "Are you waiting for it?" He's like, "How am I gonna kill him? How am I gonna cut him?" Yep. Oh my god! And
they end up going straight into the battle, and Tigan actually gets the upper hand at first, but then motherfucker was like, "All right, it's game time for real," and remove their motherfucking weights. And bro, this was definitely Rock Lee versus Gara, because samurai done disappeared on their ass, and they was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Let's say again, when Tigan saw them weights on the floor, he was like,
up at that very
Tigan gets cut right there on the neck. Yeah, right there on his neck. He's like, "Ooh, he got sliced." Oh,
cut for a cut on that, because quick to overwhelm Tigan to almost death until they're like instantly stopped right as the samurai flipped Tigan and ready to deal the final blow, and they was like, hold on now, we can't lose Tigan, calm down now.
Like, we still need him. Like, hold up.
The samurai pretty much runs into the master, who is the brother of Heiji Shindo, which I mean that's the message at hand. They trying to find out where Heiji's at, and he was like, "That's all you need to know? You fucked up all my students for this?"
He's like, "Yeah."
Shit. So they said they must go to that island protected by the clan.
Bam.
He was like, man.
I'm just still on this. How he flipped Tigan, smacked him with the back of the sword, and then flipped it to be like, "Oh, I should just cut your neck. I should do it." I'm like, first of all, I didn't know the back of the sword don't cut, but he really said, "Bink." I'm like, wait, the back of the sword really don't be cutting? I thought that was just a myth, but I'm like,
bro, that's how you get the reverse blade sword, and that's how you get that shit blunt sided.
I said, damn, this samurai I'm like, that could have been a kill if the samurai wanted to.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, so like Tigan thought he was scot free when the samurai was trying to walk away off the day path and stuff like that. But then Tigan just had to get the last words, calling him a dog. And woo, I got your fucking dog, woof, nigga. They came back with the cut.
That was a turn. I said I have to rewind that for myself, y'all. My bad. I gotta rewind that for myself. He said you're still a dog.
Yep.
Nigga said, yeah. With the blade sticking out of the joint. I said, what?
Yeah.
See, he was like, you number 5 on the list, and I was going to leave it to be like that, but you had to run your mouth.
Run your mouth, so now you instantly number 1, and I got to handle this shit right now.
And the walkout is crazy. Facts. Walkout is the best. He walked out of there and said,
yeah. Samurai walked out of there all the way to that sad old family there that was literally, you see the snow piling up on them. They are freezing to death. And Samurai was lucky enough to cut it was the gift that his girlfriend had given him earlier. So it had a little bit of his blood on it and shit like that. And she handed it over. She left it in the snow over by the people, so they could give that in, so they could finally get a place in Kyoto.
So as was it the hairpin from Akimi?
Yeah,
chop that. Like I love how Tiger was like, I'm gonna put this in the back of my head and sling.
Yeah,
and then when the samurai drops it, I said, he didn't kill him. Chopped his hair off. Chopped that bun, that man bun. I said, all right, I see you, samurai. I see you.
That shit was slick, and they had a little bit of the blood, so that shit was a cut. That shit was a nice cut.
And then we got Akimi sitting here brushing her hair and being like, "Could I be a whore?" Because they blackened the whore's teeth back in the day. So
that is so wild. That is so wild.
He got a bald spot.
Yo, that took me out.
They said shame. The back turn of shame.
This nigga said, "What happened? What happened?" And then he turned around to his boy. They were like, "Ooh."
Yo, he felt his head and he was like,
He said, "Anybody else feel a draft?"
And he turned his back. We're at the sitting somewhere. And sorry, sir.
Yeah,
Bro,
don't know what happened.
He said, "Why my head cold?"
First, he saw his hair on the floor. He grabbed it. Not. He's like, and he was like, "Oh,
He
this
said
motherfucker."
He said, "It can't be bad. It can't be bad. I
Oh.
swear to God, it can't be bad."
bro.
Oh fuck! How am I gonna grow this one back? I gotta marry somebody. Oh my God, my money.
Just give me my money.
Shit, man. So you got also the samurai going around and giving the thanks for the prayers of the battle, but they gotta heal their wounds, son. It's getting real bad. That slice on the chest was wild. So they gotta heal up in them hot springs.
The level of disrespect that Tiger probably felt.
It's crazy.
Yo, you think about that. Not only did he cut off your hair, he took your pendant, left you there in the snow.
And then
For everybody to look at you.
And it probably ruined your marriage and your money. All this life came at you fast because this nigga, like 15 minutes ago, was about to be a royal monarch, about to be living in Paris, living in a life of luxury. Now the head done came off, and now you can't even show your face up to the king. Like, come on, man.
It's like you're not the best. You're not the best. I do like how the samurai is stepping into the hot springs and like diving deep with all the blood. I said, damn, these hot springs must be magical.
Yo, that shit started leaking out, and that shit was heavy. But then we turn over at the same time. We got Heiji's brother going to him to talk to him about giving up his location. And Heiji Shindo, we hear his voice. And instantly, it's a voice that none of us can ever forget if we know who it is. Randall fucking Park. His voice is indistinguishable when it comes to shit. Just in general, he's so much. He's so much in
I love how Randall Park is playing the slime ball. I said,
oh yeah, he loves to play slime ball and shit. I said,
bro, that's some character casting right there.
But yeah,
they knew the assignment.
Oh yeah, he always does. So yeah, so in the midst of like the samurai healing and stuff like that, we got the counselor of pretty much villains over here, Heiji, with his secret cohort over there talking about, yo, send in the four fang.
Yo, these guys right here, if people know, these guys are supposed to be a super threat, the four fang. They have a reputation.
So we got the four fangs heading out on their horses with their mask on, looking super serious. They about to fuck it up. They about to fuck it up. So they go over there.
They really moving in. Like they're like, yo, riding on the horses.
They got their letters and they got their marching orders and they ready to go. So in the midst of this, we see the samurai going to heal in the hot springs and stuff like that, and they stay legit fucking sewing their own wounds together, and they got the flashback to her leaving the master when she was ready, but the master wasn't with it, but they got the iconic moment where they was leaving out and the master said to take a sword, and they was like, I already got a sword, and they clinked it, and he realizes what kind it's the special kind of sword that I'm pretty sure he made out of the chopped material, out of the meteorite. It's a special sword that he made.
Yeah, the master was like, I wasn't able to crack it. Samurai goes, well, I was.
I was weak ass nigga.
And the way the master's eyes widened.
The way how the master's blind eyes was widened is wild.
Because he realized, he was like, oh, all right.
Like, damn, rob me.
He was like, oh, well, I guess I trained you too good. I trained you better than myself.
Nigga, I didn't even hear that shit coming. Goddamn.
And then, my other favorite part of this episode.
Yeah, so she tried to tell. Oh yeah, she tried to tell her sword father about her being a woman, and this nigga said that's enough. I don't need to hear shit. I don't need to hear what your. I accept it enough. You can keep whatever business you got to yourself.
Yeah, and the sword father still calls her lost boy.
Yeah,
now you be a lost stupid man.
He's accepting all that shit and stuff like that. But yeah, that's when she leaves out with the sword and stuff like that. So we flash forward to in the midst of her being in the hot spring and shit like that, and then we got someone who's following, and you know Samurai's on high alert. So in the midst of like the splicing between the travels of the four fang, they want you to think that the four fangs is pulling up, and then all you see is like old girl pop out of the hot springs, booty butt naked, OD like
Yo,
full frontal.
this
You see all bush and titties, all shit. So we find out that the samurai is full ass a woman.
woman. They were not hiding this. They were like,
and fucking Ringo finds out at the same time too. He's like, shit, Peach.
That took me
Peaches.
out.
That shit
I'm like, what?
great.
Ringo, you seen the booty from the front?
Ringo said
Peaches. Peaches.
And I was like, oh, they pulled a Mulan on us. I was like,
oh, 100%. I said this is absolutely a gritty Mulan, and I love it.
I love this episode. And then they show a season recap.
Yeah. A whole preview for the rest of the season too. And the ending theme is a classic jam.
This shit is amazing. I can't wait for season 2. I hope for anybody if you watch Blue Eye Samurai, I give it 100%. You got to watch it. And I think this embodies even if it's not made by a Japanese studio, it's made by a French studio. This embodies the Japanese art spirit, the teachings,
the voice casting. The voice casting is majority Asian to a fault. So good.
Yeah, the voice cast is majority Asian, except for the except for
the Irish guy.
Except for Darren Bratt and George McKay is Psyche. He's the attendant for this girl.
George Takei.
George Takei.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. The legendary Mr. Sulu from Star Trek.
Mr. Sulu. This is, and I didn't realize this. I forget the guy who was in the first Mortal Kombat, but he's I'm trying to see the character he played.
Oh, the nigga who played Cole?
Yeah. The villain. I forget the villain from the first Mortal Kombat.
Shang Tsung.
He's that actor is in here. He's voicing it says the swordsman, but I'm like, I don't know which swordsman he's voicing, but he's in here as a character. I said, oh shit. They had us. This voice cast is fucking die.
Yeah. The whole bunch of people around and stuff like that. I think Mulan is part of the voice acting cast too. Ming-Na Wen is in there.
She is. Ming-Na Wen is in here as Madam Kaija.
Yeah, one of the ones that owns the brothel and shit like that. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is really good, man.
Season 2, I can't wait for that. I'm praying, I'm hoping. I just can't fucking wait for that because this show kicks motherfucking ass, and it was actually it was also fantastic to rewatch it with my boys right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Co-host, what you thought? What's your final impressions of the first episode?
I knew nothing about this going in. After this episode, I'm all on board.
I hope y'all finish it because
I've finished it and I'm ready for season 2.
Oh,
if go ahead, co-host. Give your full. Would you continue?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to continue.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff. Yeah. So my final impression, I said jam-packed hour-long episode of telling the story and the action great. It feels like the revenge story of Mulan with a blood side to it, which is great. Def will continue and recommend for all to see because, man, this is a masterpiece right here.
It's fucking awesome. I love what they did with this. And the end kind of leads up to like obviously season 2.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It is better than that.
And it's not one of those things where it's not like one of those seasons where a show they make it blatantly obvious that it's season 2, so they cheapen you out on a cliffhanger. Nah, man, motherfucker, this season goes out like they acting like if we don't get picked, if they act like they are all or nothing into some shit, but it leaves so well for us. They both give you so much and then also hype you up for the next.
They did a lot in this season that I'm like, wow, I don't think they wanted a season 2 after doing all this shit.
But they leave it in such a way that you definitely want, like they definitely need to go further and shit like that. So it's great. But yeah, we can close the book on Blue Eye Samurai episode 1, the recap. A fabulous time with the homies and shit like that. Shit was great. Our next review episode, which was like fumbled around and stuff like that, but we'll get around to it. And it's the Shada Kurosaki Black Anime Review. We'll get around to doing our review of Soul Eater episode 1 and 2. That'll be the next on the docket whenever we get back on on the recording scene for sure. We want to give this time for our guest to plug in his socials and tell anything that's going on. Go ahead and plug yourself.
Oh yeah, right. Appreciate you.
Go
bro.
ahead, man. Go.
Yep.
This is your time, bro.
I appreciate the audience for checking in. My name is Fat Man. I'm from the Bronx. Check out my YouTube channel, Fatman DD1, Instagram, Fatman DD1, Twitch, Fatman DD1, Twitter. I say a lot of crazy shit on Twitter, so it's Doggy77 Moon. I appreciate it. I also me and my other crew run a podcast, but we haven't been doing episodes, so it's on hiatus for now. So we get shit working out. So just catch me on my YouTube channel. I'm talking about news on Fridays. I'm talking about a lot of anime cartoons on Wednesdays that's dubbed out, and just on Sundays it's not holding back. I talk about some real serious shit, and I just go in on what's happening in general and just give not just my opinions, but like the worldview of what's going on. So yeah, that's what Fat Man's about. So check out the YouTube channel.
That's what's up. Y'all gotta support the family that supports the support the family. You know how it goes, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
And we happy to have you on, man. So let's plug all socials. So we got an email set up at blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Blerd By Nature, Twitter /X at Blerd By Nature, nature spelled Nature. Co-host, hit us with the YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube by searching for Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yes, indeedy. And we are available on all podcast platforms available out there. Check out, as we are chatting right now, our last upload as of our recording right now is our current recap on Go Go Loser Rangers, that Hulu anime dark parody of just Sentai and Power Ranger series just in general.
Oh, that shit was so cool. I know.
It was good.
So cool.
It was good. Any final notes from the whole group before I hit the outro?
Shout outs to Ringo.
Best boy.
Peaches
Ringo
and
House.
Peaches and pumpkins all day, man.
That is the title.
That's the title. Peaches and pumpkins, baby. Yeah, man. Everybody loves themselves some peaches and pumpkins.
You know what I'm saying? They were using peaches for so long.
Listen. It's all the P words. Peaches, pumpkins, and pussy. And on that note, thanks for joining us today from Black Thoughts and Nerd Power. This is Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
Yo, this is your boy Fat Man. Thank you for having me.
And this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature podcast.
Thank you for listening, everyone. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
Enjoy it. Nom noms.